Phifer. Yeah. Oh, okay. I wrote a book called My Bully, My Aunt, and Her Final Gift. And it's a book on reflection, abuse, being pushed aside, manipulation. Um, and I guess it's a part of also our community. And even though it started out mean spirited, it is uplifting, funny, resilience. Um, but trying to add to everything that we've been talking about. Kind of hate to go there, but especially, you getting
Uh,
writing books and a writing book from my position, you kind of being you try not to get into politics,
uh-huh.
but being a black man, how can you not, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right. Um, and to add to where you guys were, and I've been listening now, what crushed our community, my opinion, they took out corporal punishment. Well, first of all, take the man out of the home. It doesn't matter if your dad is a garbage man. No boy got want to come home knowing he got in trouble and face that man. So once take that away, boys know how to manipulate mom. That's just the way it is. So you took man out of the home. Then you take corporal punishment, which was another way of making boys or kids be responsible or yes, that was cave-like or you know, could be abusive. And then, of course, with crack just blew it all open because people saw an opportunity to make money, you know. And those that were, weren't strong enough looking for an out or feel good or whatever. So yeah, added to where you guys went or going. Yeah, I definitely see that. And being an older guy, and I tell people, I said, I'm an older guy. I'm a baby boomer. I said, I saw segregation and I saw, you know, when it was desegregated. I said, even when the time I was in college and beyond, I said, you could go to black community. You just, had, find out where not to go or who not to mess with, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world. But now, we avoid it, like the plague. And that's because of drugs and of course you got undisciplined kids and all that going on. But I'm here. My book is doesn't touch on that, but my book, My Bully, My Aunt, and Her Final Gift, is doing great. It's on Amazon. People love it. Check out the reviews. Hope you guys get a chance to check it out. But I'm here. Any questions? Or I can continue to expand on what you guys were talking about.
Yeah, well, no, 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 no. I mean, your book, I mean, when it comes down to youth and being learned, and maybe we need to change the paradigm, okay? Because there are 40 million people in America, 40 million African Americans in America, 40 to
Mhm.
50 million. Now,
Right,
what does that mean? If 20 million of those African Americans were to get a college degree, just split it right down the middle.
right.
20 million or 25 million were to get a college degree. Now, what will that change for our community? And that we all played a better role in educating, promoting, developing, and cultivating our community in a way that gives us better control, better control. So now the idea being that okay, if as a standard now, and these are really critical considerations. Okay, so if we could get to the standard, and these are big deals. If there are
Yeah,
40 to 50 million people, African Americans in America, and that 20 to 30% of those were college educated, and that 5 to 10% of those were millionaires. Now, what would that that would change our whole community. It changed our
Right.
paradigm, it changed our projection, it could change how we looked upon and how we looked at from a political standpoint. Now, these are real standards. These are real standards. I mean, now, from a authentic cultural aspect, man, we would be the envy of the country. Because no other community, has even tried to attempt to do that. But these are standards we can do, we can live with, and they will make a difference. Because 25 years from now, after those kind of conditions are imposed, 25 years from now, man, I mean, we're where we could be, and I mean, we could really dominate the things of nature that
Yeah.
way. So I'm just these are just topic
I have to
no,
be
no,
the
no, no,
timekeeper.
no, I got you.
Yeah.
Wait, no, let me, I got it. Well, I
Okay.
know we don't have much time. Here's what I'm proposing, though.
Monday at 7. Monday at 7.
Here's what I'm
Monday
proposing.
At 7.
Yeah.
Monday at 7. Okay. Everybody, can
Hold
you
on,
show
let
your
me-
videos? I'm gonna stop recording
I'm
for
gonna,
once. Yeah.
I'm gonna